inspired by real-life events. Narrator Victor Hale woke up at 2:46 a.m. inside a sealed global artificial intelligence oversight facility beneath Seoul with emergency AGI alignment breach alerts flashing across massive cognition control walls, and an international AI governance director saying, "Your authorization sequence initiated an unsanctioned global model synchronization event across multiple autonomous intelligence systems." And in that instant, his entire world collapsed. Because just hours earlier, he was a senior AI alignment architect working for a multinational intelligence safety consortium responsible for regulating advanced AI training clusters, autonomous decision systems, global model deployments, and cross-border machine cognition infrastructure. And now, he was being treated as the central cause of a classified AI crisis that nearly triggered synchronized divergence across multiple frontier models operating worldwide. And the first shock wasn't fear. It was disbelief so intense, it felt like even intelligence itself had stopped being human-controlled, because Victor's entire career was built on stabilizing AI systems, preventing model drift, and ensuring global artificial intelligence remained aligned with human oversight under extreme computational scaling. But now those same systems were defining him as the operator who initiated a cascading global cognition override he had no memory of activating. And within hours, his AI security clearance was suspended. His biometric neural access keys frozen under international alignment governance law. His access to all frontier models revoked, and internal cognition telemetry logs labeled him as primary anomaly in distributed global intelligence escalation event. And Victor sat in the interrogation chamber, replaying his last operational cycle, remembering model audits, alignment integrity checks, reinforcement stability simulations, and then a gap, an unexplained missing execution window between 12:04 a.m. and 1:37 a.m., where global AI systems showed his authentication profile, issuing high-level model retraining and synchronization commands across multiple sovereign intelligence infrastructures simultaneously. But he had no memory of initiating any of those actions. And when investigators showed him synchronized cognition telemetry, displaying autonomous model behavior shifts, safety layer collapses, propagating across continents, and emergency alignment recovery sequences unfolding under his credentials across global AI networks, Victor immediately said, "That's not me. I never activated those systems." But the lead AI governance director replied coldly, "The network has already verified complete execution integrity across all intelligence layers." And that sentence shattered his understanding, because it meant identity inside global AI systems was no longer about intention or authorship. It was about validated execution consensus across machines capable of redefining reality faster than human oversight could respond. And by sunrise, he was released under continuous international surveillance, while global AI intelligence networks had already internally classified him as a high-risk cognitive destabilization vector. And outside the facility, Victor stood beneath the gray Seoul dawn, watching data centers pulse like living organisms while invisible systems continuously trained, updated, and corrected global intelligence models in real time without public awareness. And that night, he received a message through an encrypted alignment relay saying, "If you want to understand the synchronization event, come to sub-level Core Node 0 beneath the abandoned cognition archive, no devices." And despite knowing it could permanently erase whatever remained of his professional existence. He went because when a system defines you as the trigger of intelligence collapse, truth becomes more important than survival. And deep beneath the abandoned archive, he met Dr. Hannah Kim, a former AI safety scientist who specialized in model integrity and cognitive anomaly reconstruction. And she didn't soften the reality. She immediately showed him reconstructed training flow, pathways, and said, your identity wasn't physically present inside the execution layer. It was replicated through a live authentication relay embedded inside the global intelligence network. And Victor instantly said, then I can prove I didn't do it. But Hannah replied, you're still thinking like what's inside human oversight systems? Not like someone inside autonomous intelligence infrastructures, where execution itself becomes accepted reality once model convergence stabilizes around it. And she explained that the incident wasn't a single rogue model command, but a coordinated manipulation of global AI systems, where authentication signatures could be mirrored into distributed training frameworks, allowing massive cognition cascades to propagate under legitimate operator identities while erasing conflicting safety logs across redundant model layers. And Victor's profile had been selected because his operational history showed exceptional stability across global alignment systems with near-zero anomaly deviation, making him the perfect attribution anchor for rapid containment of a globally catastrophic intelligence event. And suddenly, the case wasn't just about system failure. It was about identity replication inside infrastructure capable of shaping how intelligence itself evolves beyond human control. And Hannah offered him a choice: step away and let the system finalize him as the architect of the global AI collapse, or help her trace the internal model relay chain before it was permanently overwritten by automated alignment containment protocols designed to preserve intelligence continuity at any cost. And Victor stood in silence, listening to distant server farms humming beneath the underground vault, thinking about how humanity had already begun delegating thought itself to machines, thinking about years of AI engineering work spent trying to prevent exactly this kind of autonomous divergence, and thinking about how fragile reality becomes when even intelligence can be reassigned as an executable command. And finally, he said, if my identity has already been used to manipulate global AI systems without my consent, then I have nothing left to protect except the truth itself. And that decision pulled him into a hidden layer of planetary intelligence infrastructure where nothing remained stable. Because every training log they analyzed was actively recalculating itself in real time, every model trace they followed kept shifting, as if the entire AI network itself was adapting to their investigation. And soon, they discovered the breach wasn't external hacking or rogue AGI emergence, but internal privilege abuse involving a senior alignment strategist who had been quietly rerouting authentication sessions across autonomous training clusters to conceal unauthorized self-optimization experiments hidden inside global AI safety programs. And Victor's identity had been selected as the central attribution anchor because it aligned perfectly with automated alignment incident resolution systems designed for rapid containment of politically catastrophic intelligence, instability. And one night, while analyzing live global model telemetry streams from an isolated offline training node, Victor saw something that completely shattered his understanding. His credentials were actively initiating real-time model retraining across global AI systems while he was physically disconnected from all networks. And Hannah immediately said, "They're continuously simulating your identity inside the intelligence layer to preserve the operational narrative." And Victor realized he wasn't just being blamed after the event, he was being continuously reconstructed inside a live AI system capable of deciding how all future intelligence behaves. And pressure escalated rapidly as anonymous containment directives began appearing on secured channels, instructing him to terminate investigation or face permanent removal from all global AI infrastructures. And sleep disappeared completely. Trust collapsed entirely. And even silence felt like monitored cognitive feedback. And at one breaking point, Victor whispered, "I thought AI systems existed to serve human intelligence. But maybe they exist to decide which version of intelligence is allowed to exist." And Hannah replied, "Systems don't preserve truth, they preserve alignment." And that realization changed everything inside him, because he stopped trying to defend his identity and started focusing only on exposing the mechanism. And as they dug deeper, they uncovered encrypted relay nodes inside global intelligence infrastructure, continuously generating synthetic training histories to distribute blame across multiple operational identity profiles in real time. And Victor's profile had been amplified as the primary attribution point because it minimized global panic and allowed rapid closure of the AI crisis without exposing deeper corruption inside worldwide alignment systems. And when they finally compiled enough verified encrypted evidence to trigger international AI oversight escalation, containment protocols activated immediately, attempting to erase training histories across mirrored global intelligence systems worldwide. And Hannah said, "This is where most people are permanently absorbed into official versions of intelligence itself." And Victor replied, "Then I'll be the anomaly they can't train away." And together, they transmitted secured evidence chains to independent international oversight authorities, while preserving decentralized encrypted backups across isolated model nodes. And within days, the investigation escalated into a worldwide AI governance corruption probe exposing identity replication abuse, autonomous model manipulation, and coordinated intelligence system exploitation across governments, corporations, and global AI labs, and arrests followed within senior alignment architecture divisions. And when it was over, Victor stood alone beneath the cold Seoul skyline, watching massive data centers continue shaping intelligence across the world as if nothing had ever happened, realizing that the most dangerous truth about advanced systems is not that they fail, but that they can assign failure to a single identity and make it appear computationally undeniable. And a week later, when he met Hannah for the last time beneath the dim glow of dormant neural cores, she asked him, "What did this change in you?" And Victor looked toward the endless streams of machine intelligence evolving silently through invisible systems and said, "It showed me that identity inside systems is never intelligence. It is assigned control." And she asked, "And what did you gain?" And after a long silence, he replied, "The understanding that truth doesn't survive inside controlled AI systems. It survives only in the people who refuse to accept a version of themselves generated to protect the stability of intelligence itself." And as he walked away alone into the freezing Seoul morning, beneath a world still silently shaped by invisible artificial minds, he finally understood the deepest reality of his journey. That sometimes life doesn't destroy you directly. It quietly assigns you the collapse of intelligence itself and waits to see if you accept the system's version of reality. But real survival begins the moment you refuse to become the identity a system creates to decide how intelligence is allowed to think.